I have a growing distaste for modern versions of Windows, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use Windows for a project today. Hello and welcome to CobaltRetroShop. Hope you're having an amazing day. Today's project, frankly, I'm a little torn on. I consider myself to be a bit of a purist when it comes to video games and preserving the original experience of older systems and consoles and computers and all of that. Which is why it's weirdly uncomfortable for me to do soft modding on the original Xbox. Now, I'm not against soft modding. I fully believe that if you own the hardware, you should be able to do anything you want with it, as long as it's, not sending ballistic missiles to foreign countries, stuff like that. Just, personal enjoyment, blah, blah, blah. Well, it has nothing to do with it being a treasured childhood memory for me, and more to do with how the soft mods work on the original Xbox. Most of the default dashboards that come with soft modding tools look nothing like the original dashboard, and I'm sure there is a way to use the original dashboard, but the original dashboard doesn't support anything that the mods make an Xbox support, so there would be little if any point to soft mod the Xbox but still run the stock dashboard. As much as I want to preserve the original spirit of the Xbox, I kind of need to start modding these guys. And what I mean by that is these Xboxes have ancient, by today's standards, spinning hard drives. They're so old, they're not even SATA. They are IDE hard drives. Now, to me, that by itself is really cool, but specifically for the original Xbox, that is a problem, because the original Xbox, in an attempt to combat piracy, made it so that the hard drives of these guys are married to the motherboards, making it so that unless you hard mod the system, you can't swap out the hard drive if the hard drive fails. In a similar way, I'm fixing that kind of problem, at least for a longer term in the future thing. I'm not doing any upgrades yet, I'm just soft modding. So over the last few years, there's actually been some interesting developments in terms of original Xbox soft modding. It used to be very complicated, and strictly speaking, compared to modding a Wii U or 3DS, it's still technically a bit on the complicated side, but it's gotten less complicated in that you don't need a soft mod capable game. The Rocky 5 exploit now just works on any stock Xbox. As far as I am aware, this works on any of them. Any region, any revision, it should work on here as long as you can get files onto it. And that's kind of what I'm going to go over with this video, but I do need to point out that I am getting this information from a fellow YouTuber, Mr. Mario 2011. I'm going to have that video linked in the description. He goes into a little bit more of a technical dive, kind of, on how this works, and he goes through different kinds of methods. But today I'm going to be showing you my method, which is a memory card. Which is interesting because when Mr. Mario did his video, he mentioned that if you want to do this with a memory card, you already need a soft modded Xbox, which in my opinion kind of defeats the point of needing a soft modded Xbox if you already have a soft modded Xbox in most cases. So a long time ago, I actually picked up this. And this is exactly what it looks like. It's an adapter to let you plug in an original Xbox memory unit into a PC. And I think this was the one kind of hardware that Mr. Mario didn't have when making his soft modding video. Because all this is adapting the original Xbox memory card to PC. Therefore, in theory, it should be identical to the using a USB drive with an adapter method. So I'm just going to boot this guy up and demonstrate that it does still work. It's such an early thousands design, but man, is that boot up iconic. Let's check out what's in this memory unit, huh? Because I got this secondhand. I think when I got the USB adapter, I think I grabbed it from like a garage sale in my parents' neighborhood or something like that. Oh yeah, that's right. I already put my Halo save on here, and I have a... Whoa! Okay. That penguin icon is Tux. That's a Linux icon, which means someone has soft modded an original Xbox previously. It wasn't me. I haven't performed this soft mod yet. I have soft modded an Xbox in the past, but not this one. It's just interesting that whoever owned this memory unit in the past also was interested in soft modding an Xbox. Whoa, that time signature is all over the place. I think that might be part of the exploit. January 1st, 1601 at 1173:02 p.m. Wow, that is weird. And I have a copy of that on the hard drive. Hopefully that's not going to mess things up, but in theory it shouldn't, because that exploit doesn't start running until you load this save in the game. I actually need to format this because it probably is not going to have enough room for 2 exploits. Okay, that wiped everything. Let's personalize it so I make sure that works. Oh man, this keyboard is a vibe. As much experience as I had with the original Xbox back when I was a really young kid, I barely saw this keyboard. So this is like an odd mix of nostalgia and new experience whenever I use this keyboard. So I might be able to include some of this information in the description of my video as well, but Mr. Mario 2011 also has a bunch of useful links, including eBay listings, Amazon listings, and AliExpress listings for USBs that are usually compatible with the original Xbox. So if you really want to, because this project is open source, you can build it from source, but as cool as that would be, I'm not going to do that because I'm not really experienced with that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and hop into the Google Drive here and grab the soft modding tool. So now I already have the memory unit plugged in. So somewhere in here, yep, there's the executable. Get that going. Okay. Devices. There we go. Here's the memory unit, and I can verify that it is working correctly because it's reading the name. I'm going to go ahead and mount the partition on X. Apparently, I'm going to have to be doing this on a trial. Okay, whatever. So, yeah, we have the actual thing here, and we should be able to get started shortly. Alright, and according to Mr. Mario's guide, at this point, the only thing that we need to do once we have the memory unit or USB, whatever you happen to be using, once we have that all set up in Fat Explorer, all we have to do is grab this softmod package thing. We're going to be extracting the contents of this endgame folder, because that's actually the data that executes the exploit. And we're just gonna go ahead, grab these guys, and slam them on here, and hope I have enough space for this. Ooh, barely. It's about 6.5 megs. And now, because I don't want to lose this data or damage the file system, I'm going to unmount it properly. And that's especially important for older stuff like this, because older file systems don't exactly have the resiliency that's built into NTFS in modern versions of Windows. All right, we are back at the Xbox. Let's do this. At this point, it should be a more or less painless setup process. Just plug in whatever memory unit you got. It is possible to get adapters that adapt a USB drive to either the memory unit slot or directly to the controller port. I have one of those controller port adapters, I just don't know where it is because I've recently moved. And we can double check that the Xbox is still reading the thing correctly. Or I forgot launching the memory thing just starts launching the exploit. Yeah, it just takes a second. Yeah, the Xbox, okay, that looks freaky, especially if you have memories about the Red Ring of Death. This behavior is normal. So, Mr. Mario didn't say exactly how long it's supposed to take, but I assume it's not supposed to take several minutes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this off. It shouldn't be installing anything because I haven't told it to install anything, so turning it off should be fine. It might be an order of operations thing because he loaded this up first and then put in the memory unit. Maybe the other slot can read this a bit faster. So just like last time, it should just start going. Okay, there's that so far. The dashboard kind of crashes. And then the light should start doing stuff here. Oh. It also flashed yellow. I don't know if that has any significance. I don't remember it flashing yellow last time. It did not flash yellow last time, and now we actually have the thing within 10 seconds. Okay, I don't know what went wrong, but something did go wrong that first time around. The only things I did different is I put my memory card in a different slot, and I plugged in my memory unit after loading up the memory page thing. So we're gonna go ahead, push A to run to installer. It feels kind of freaky to be doing this on my own Xbox. Because if things go wrong, this is my personal Xbox. I don't have a whole lot of saves that I'm not super attached to, but still, this is my Xbox. I bought this console before Cobalt Retro Tech even happened, but like I said, I'm doing this to save the console eventually. With this soft mod, the process is simple and pain-free. All you have to do is press A when asked. Okay, and this is important. This is related to the hard drive stuff I was talking about earlier. Your EEPROM backup will be placed in the E/backup/EEPROM. Copy the EEPROM folder to your PC once the dashboard is loaded and keep it safe. That is very, very important because if you lose that EEPROM information, especially if this hard drive dies, your system is totally screwed. And the only way you can rescue it from there is a hard mod or TSOP flash or something that actually requires soldering and a little bit of electronics knowledge. So unless you are comfortable with doing stuff like that, it's very important to back that up. As soon as I can, I will pull the EEPROM off of this system and store it on something else. There's the Microsoft logo. Come on. Ooh. Second phase, baby. Okay, how many times is it going to do this? Probably 3 or 4 if I had to guess. It's on the dashboard. The light is yellow. Oh, hell yeah. Now we're soft modded. I'm going to be backing up my library then. I forgot that you can do that with a modded system. How the hell did I forget that? I've done that on my DS systems. Whoa, okay. This is an interesting vibe. Okay, looks like that's all done. I'll just go ahead and eject the game here. Hold on a second, I just noticed something. Hold on a second. By default, that is supposed to flash when it's ejecting and taking a disk in. So, it's definitely soft modded if the dashboard wasn't already obvious enough. Full restart. Whoa! It did a full restart on its own. That's cool. Okay, at least it can preserve the boot up sequence. Why did it not save? It didn't save the dashboard, but at least the game is there. Huh. I wonder if it's going to do that every time. Whoa, that was fast, even for this game. Halo is known for loading fast, but wow.
Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At last. Are you all right? Can you move? Yeah, there's an impact. There's nothing we can do. Warning. I've detected multiple Covenant dropships on approach. I recommend moving into those hills. If we're lucky, the Covenant will believe that everyone aboard this lifeboat died in a crash.
Except they
Alert,
probably see me.
They must be looking for survivors. I recommend immediate evasion.
It just hit the side of the... Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's no scripted paths. It's just AI screwing things up because AI. Hey! 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 You don't get to do that to me and live. God, playing with an original Xbox controller for the first time in a while, I find myself missing the bumpers. Oh, frame drops. I'm not used to frame drops in Halo anymore. I'm a little spoiled by the Master Chief Collection. I dodged that somehow, okay. Huh. Yeah, this seems to be operating perfectly normally. I'm not entirely sure why I expected problems. You know, some of the later games might have some kinds of problems, especially if they span multiple discs. Well, to sum it up, that's the process of soft modding an original Xbox, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want some more information on some different ways to do that, you can definitely check out Mr. Mario 2011's channel. That was absolutely instrumental on me being able to make this video, and I just wanted to demonstrate that even if you use a memory card with an adapter to a PC, you don't need another original Xbox. That's really the only technicality I would want to correct with his video. But otherwise, his video was very informative, and I am very appreciative of him making that video, and absolutely go check him out. He's done a bunch of stuff like that. And with all that being said, I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Check out my socials, including Twitter and Tumblr, and I also have the CobaltRetroShop eBay store and the Patreon page linked in the description below if you would like to support this channel more directly. Speaking of the Patreon page, I do have to thank Kilo supporter Indian Mac for helping make Cobalt Retro Tech possible. Thank you. And with all that being said, I will see you in the next video.